Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom, and today we're doing some on-air coaching, and I'm really excited about this. This is just a way for me to give back to some of our Activate students, for them to get some more private coaching time with me, and you get to sit in and hear all the coaching and everything that I'm going to say to help them and support them to grow their business. If you'd like to apply for Activate, just go to rachelngom.com/activate. Kelly, what's going on, girl?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm
right.
good.
Well, tell us about you, your business, and how can I support you today?
Okay. So I'm Kelly Cole, and my business is I help anxious moms lower their anxiety through my 5-step integrative calm program, and so they can feel joy in their life again. I had to look at my I am statement here, Rachel. I had to look at I'm looking at my thing.
Totally fine. And people are probably hearing what you just said and they're like, I need her, because like right now with the craziness that's going on in our world, like there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of things going on. So
yeah,
deep breath. How can I help you today?
So I really want to optimize the way that I am putting my program out there and making sure that I'm presenting it in a way that makes sense and leading people in a direction that makes sense to them, and having just like a step-by-step way to make the natural choice to be able to enroll in my program, whether that's doing it like I'll have an option to be able to do a self-led program if they want, but really the best results that they'll get is if they join and do an 8 to 12 week program with me. And so kind of looking at what I have and making sure it makes sense and looking at all that stuff. So
cool.
That's what I want to do.
Where do you want to start? Where do you want to look?
Okay. So let's start with, can I share my screen?
Yes. Oh, I have to give you permission because Zoom.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if you're listening to the podcast, you can check out the screen and everything that we're talking about on my Facebook channel. So just facebook.com/RachelNGomBiz. You'll find it there. All right. Share your screen. Let's take a look.
Well, first of all, this is it's not letting me see it all, but this is my freebie that I just made this morning. And I wanted you to, so I'm kind of redoing my freebie a little bit because I wanted to be really, really in line. And I kind of felt like I wanted it to be a little bit lighter, but we're dealing with like moms with anxiety and it can get kind of heavy. So I kind of wanted to just be like, don't lose your ish. Like, it's okay. And then I'm like, is this okay to say? I feel like it is. I feel like it's okay. And then I was like, I should just ask Rachel what she thinks. Like, is this an okay title for a freebie? Or is this something that might not be okay?
I see it as being fine with me, but it depends on if your ideal client is like stressed out, overwhelmed mom. Yeah. Or are they someone who's battling severe anxiety and depression?
Like, to me, it's just like stressed out, overwhelmed mom, just like have too many things going on. And this, this is basically like, what can you do in that moment when you're like, I'm ready to lose it, and just like breathe, walk away, count, it's not that really deeper place, really. It's more just like, my program is not probably like geared towards the deeper, kind of like darker place. It's more just like, let's figure this out together and be a little bit lighthearted with it. And it translates to with some of like my pictures and stuff, which I will, because like I have like a silly picture that's kind of like more eye-catching and it's not serious. You know what I mean?
If that's you and your branding, then I'm fine with it.
Okay. I think that's fine too, because that's not how I am. I think that I was struggling with that a little bit initially because, especially with some of the market research I was doing, it does get very heavy. And I think I said at one point, it's a little scary sometimes, which I am fully aware of in the rest of my career. I'm a nurse practitioner. Like, I get that. But I also think that like, that's not where I'm going with this. And I think I just had to draw that line for me to be like, I don't think that's my people. I think that's a little bit deeper for, and if we get some of those people, I think that will be the point where I basically say, I think that we need, more intensive treatment or whatever, like recommend to go on further. So I think I needed to draw some of those lines around that myself. So
Definitely.
anyway,
Yeah.
that was what that was. So
Cool. It
okay.
might also be something cool to do for you to do like a guided meditation.
Uh-huh.
Like
Okay.
that could be a freebie or that could be included in a paid offer.
Yeah. As like a bonus or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's good too. All right. So I like that. And then this is that. What else did I have in here? Oh, this is my 5-step integrative calm framework, which is something that I'll have. This will be like in my launch and the basis for my program.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you.
I mean, I see it, but
yeah.
it means nothing to me. So you'll need.
I know it means nothing to you, but I just have that up here.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you have a video or something that's actually walking people through, like, what does it mean to activate? What does it mean to be aware? What is the IAR process? As long as you really spell this out for people. And we talked about this on our call. Was that yesterday? Yes. Were you on the call yesterday?
I was working yesterday. Yeah.
Go back and watch the recording. We did a lot of
Okay.
hot seats and we talked about how a lot of times we're speaking over our ideal client without realizing it because we know so much and we don't realize that they're starting at the beginning. And so really spelling out the, like, even simple things like IAR process, that might be something that like the back of your hand.
Yeah.
For me, I have no clue what the heck that means. And so you got to make sure you like break that down for people.
Well, I kind of I wanted this to be, and you can tell me if you think that's good or not good, but I wanted this to be something that I put up when I was going through the launch so that they couldn't immediately look at it and be like, oh, okay, I already know what this is. You know what I mean? I wanted it to be a little bit like, well, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. So that they stayed to be able to want to know what it was and figure it out and hear the rest of what I was saying. So I kind of purposefully named those steps in a way that they wouldn't automatically know, so that I could go in and explain it and that they would stay for that.
Cool. I like that.
Makes sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. We're going to look at some of these, which I will say right now are, I already know that I want to redo them. And I guess I'm just trying to say, this is what I have so far.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You're taking messy action and I like that.
Yeah, I definitely am. So, I had, which this is a separate question, which I'll ask, we can come back to later, but I know that, I told you I was in Facebook jail for a while.
Yeah.
So I had to try to get more creative and do other things, but I really wanted to just test stuff on an ad level to see if I could get people generating, like traffic and things like that. So I did a Pinterest ad.
Okay.
Which was, I had one that was like a video and the other one that was a image, and that generated 1,500 visitors to this page.
Wow. What about opt-ins?
But there really weren't opt-ins.
Okay.
And then I was like, is that Pinterest? Is it, I didn't know what it was.
I talk about this within Pin with Purpose of if Pinterest really does not work well to send people directly to an opt-in. Mm-hmm. It works so much better if you send them to a blog post that's related to this, is something that they're searching for. You add value with the blog post, and then you have the opt-in within the blog post or a pop-up or like different call to actions to get it. That will convert so much better with pinners.
Okay. And that's what I thought too. I think that this is just Pinterest, because I know I personally, I buy stuff off of Facebook and Instagram. I do. I'm a buyer. I'm like, yep, give me that. And I totally do it. But I don't do that on Pinterest. And so even knowing my own behaviors and being aware of that, I was thinking it's probably just that I ran it on the wrong platform, but I didn't have another choice at that point in time.
Yeah, I would try again on Facebook. Just be very careful with Facebook ads. There's certain trigger words within the ad and on the landing page itself that you have to be cautious of. I'm not sure, like, anxiety should be fine, but I know like weight loss in an ad, specifically right now, they're cracking down on like make more money and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's just something to be aware of. Okay.
And I was worried to even put anxiety in there. I was thinking, do I have to talk all around it? Like, do I, and I wasn't sure about that.
No, I know that Facebook does not like negative ads. And so it's better to paint it from like a more positive aspirational place. Mm-hmm.
it's a
It's
interesting.
it's a struggle. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and it's just that I want to like put stuff out there and test it faster, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's really like my
Could you create a new
goal.
profile, like a new business account, so you could test out some
I did.
ads? Okay.
I did. So I did that, and I will like I started. I have been laying the groundwork to basically get to a dollar amount where I'm able to open a second account or whatever you call it. You know what I mean? A second ad thing. And so then if I don't know, if one gets shut down, then I can use the other one. Like that's what I think you said before. So
Yeah.
I haven't like been focusing on that. I've been focusing on
We can look at the opt-in
other things.
itself if you want to, just so like when we're looking at the Facebook ads to see like could they convert better. So why don't you share that?
What do I even have? So right now, like this is my brand new one that I just did.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my all I this isn't the one that I just showed you though, because I just made that this morning. But my guide to calm in 3 minutes was the other one that I had, my other freebie.
Mm-hmm.
And this was what this copy was.
Okay. If it's a freebie, you don't need the timer because
All right. I don't know why that's in there.
Because they could get it.
Oh, 3 minutes. Because I said calm to 3 minutes. I guess I put a timer in there, although it says all zeros. So that wasn't really working, I guess.
Yeah, I would get rid of that.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Underneath the get access now, I would have another button there.
Okay. Oh, I do.
Um,
but closer.
Closer, and have it be that like bright pink.
Okay.
And yeah. And you might want to split test it, like especially when you start running ads, split test a shorter version where they don't need to scroll.
Okay. I don't know how to split test. Is that like I see split test option in lead pages? Do you know? I don't know if that's something we can like it says create a split test, but then does that thing go to Facebook? You know, I'm
so the ad would be running to, so I know within ClickFunnels, because that's what we use, the ad would be running to a specific URL, and then ClickFunnels just divides it up 50-50. So 50% of the traffic goes to each landing page.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming that's what lead pages does too.
Okay. All right. I'll look at that. But this does say the word anxiety. And then like what I was talking about with this being like a sillier picture of me, you know what I mean? Just kind of being, and I don't know. I have to keep thinking about it because I feel like here when they're just getting to know me, I'm just like, hey, are you about to freak out? Like, I'm just like, is that like they don't know me yet?
It depends on the copy that you're using in the Facebook ad. And so you want the ad and the freebie to mirror each other. You want it to look really similar. So if that's kind of like you're using fun copy and a fun image of you in the Facebook ad, then it's fine. You don't want the copy and a picture to be serious and it's like here, because then there's a disconnect. So you want it to be super aligned.
Okay. Yeah, just as long as it matches. Okay, that makes sense.
In terms of the copy, so I like the ready to say goodbye to a squeezing chest and racing thoughts. I don't like the how to use a proven strategy to get calm in 3 minutes. That might be like the title at the top.
Okay.
And you might just say like free guide, how to get calm in 3 minutes.
Okay. That's fine.
How to stop anxiety in its tracks and get calm in 3 minutes flat or something like that.
Okay. That's good. And then I can rearrange that a little bit. I think I was having some issues because this wasn't giving me a lot of room. So when I think I tried to put something up top and then the button went below the fold. And
so you might want to try putting like the headline at the top, and then in this guide you'll discover, and then you put your bullet points right there and then the button right there. And so that would help you get everything so they don't have to scroll down.
Okay.
Just play around with it.
Yeah, just keep messing with it. All right, that sounds good. Okay, so this is my freebie. And then this is my thank you page for that, which is this new little mini course that I made, which is not my main offer. It's just this little mini course, like a stepping stone.
So, okay. So the copy says, thank you because you're special to us, our new mini course. I wouldn't say that. You could say because you're special, I'm giving you can get 50% off or 85% off or whatever that might be on our guide, what it's called, the Calm Girls Guide to Eating for Low Anxiety.
Yeah.
Because they don't care that it's a mini course. They want to know what it is and how it's going to help them. I like how you say lower anxiety and 4 easy diet changes in as little as 30 days. So lower anxiety with 4 easy diet changes in as little as 30 days.
Okay, thanks.
Just little copy tricks that you need.
Or English. I don't know.
That too. It helps to speak English.
Just a little English. Yes.
I forget it sometimes. It's fine.
I know, for real. Okay, good.
And then again, I would have a timer there because this is where you want to have the scarcity. So they have 30 minutes to take advantage of this special deal.
Okay.
And let them know like they're not going to see this offer anywhere else. When the timer expires, the offer goes away. And then, okay, let's see the copy. I see you've done anxiety strategies before. That didn't work. You're sick of being stuck in your own box of emotions. You secretly wish you could just relax, be your true self. You like a deal. Okay. If you can, so you have website price 47. I don't know if lead pages will let you, probably, but put like a cross through it.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do that one because I was
strike through
looking
is
for
what
like
it
a
would
little
be
strike
called.
through. Yeah.
I would see if you could find that. And I would see if you could make that part bigger and then right there have like I want this or I need this. The button, right?
Just put the button up higher.
Yeah, I would put it up higher. I wouldn't put it underneath. And then I would have it be like that bright pink again.
Okay. Okay.
And then if you have a testimonial, that's where I would put one.
Yeah, and I don't have a testimonial right now.
So we need to help people.
Yeah.
Go out there and help people. There's a lot of people that have anxiety right now. So literally just start helping people.
Okay. All right, we can do that.
Start with activate. Just post in there like who here is feeling anxious with the current climate. I'm sure 95% of us are.
That's true. And then I don't know if I did put that. I guess it was down here.
That text is way too big.
Okay.
Lower anxiety as little as 30 days. All right. Use the same copy that I mentioned above.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say your countdown starts now.
Because the countdown timer is right there.
Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't give them 14 days, 30 minutes tops.
I don't know what I put there. Oh, I guess I was doing 30 days. Okay, 30 minutes to buy it. Okay, great.
Yep.
All right. And then, I made this like a little mini sales page basically because
and so a little bonus. I would have like the headline of it, like what's inside.
Okay, great.
And then you have the bullets of what's inside the program. And again, you can check the copy in the Advanced Marketing Institute. What's inside? Why should they care?
Yeah.
So we don't want to list just like the features of the course. What are the benefits? What's going to be their transformation through getting this guide?
Okay. And then
you have
FAQs.
Awesome. The FAQs should go at the very bottom.
Okay. And then just more
so that
copy.
Move that copy up. Yep.
And that's the bottom.
Yep. It'd also be helpful to have like a little bit about you. So like, who are you and why should they listen to you?
Okay. And then if this is something that you're offering here, it's basically a one-time offer at the end of your opt-in. But then is that really, I'm like, I did this. I hope that I could like repurpose it or use it for other things, but then I'm only saying it's a one-time offer right now. So then I guess to be truly,
you want there to be some level of scarcity that's obviously like truthful.
right. And I'm like, if I put it other places, I'm lying. So
no. So like for us, we have Creating Killer Content as a baby offer that people can get for $17. And I tell them, you can buy this on our website, but it's $47.
right. And I did that. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can get it at any other time, but you're going to pay more money.
Right. Okay. So this offer is really just because it's this price for a limited time, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, great. And then I can have it there. And
yeah, you always want to be in integrity with your offers. Always.
Well, I guess my point was, I was like, but I still want to sell it other places, but it just won't be that price. That's the thing.
TJ, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? You want to be on the podcast? 1 second, I'm too busy. Here, I'll let you say hi.
Hello.
Hi, TJ.
All right, have fun. Okay. All right. What else are we looking at?
Okay. And then let's look at this. So this is if they, have my freebie and they're going through all of that. This would be.
I'll see you later, bud. You can stay if you're quiet. Okay. All right. Now what's this?
This is basically another funnel that I had for straight to my bigger offer. So I feel like I switched this around and now I'm sitting here wondering where this goes. I don't even know if I know where it goes anymore. Oh, this was initially, so one of my other freebies that I had was you could do get the first module of my bigger offer, my bigger program for free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is the funnel that I made for that. And so this is the one that I had sent all the Pinterest people to that didn't really opt in. But you could see like that they watched the video and you could tell that they did stuff, but they didn't do anything else except check it out. So I think that we looked at this before, actually.
Yeah. So it might be helpful to not make everyone watch the video necessarily. And you could actually split test an option, one with the video, one without. Mm-hmm. And so maybe you move the video over to the side and go like in this series or in this module or in this free gift, you'll discover, and then 3 bullet points. Like what's the copy that we should put there?
Yeah.
I don't love the logo the way it is
over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like, cause with the background on it, I want to see if you can make it a transparent logo or have it like match exactly the background. It'll look
okay.
Professional.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. And then, I think I was trying to use the video as a strategy to have a better connection, but
you just don't know. Like with marketing, it's like you just got to test. And so it's like split test one with the video, one without, and see what works.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then this all just went to, if they signed up for this, then they got access to the first module of my course. So
cool.
That was that. This was if they said that they wanted to opt in, then they went to this. And this basically was, and I'm changing all this copy because this copy is not. Oh,
that's okay. That's okay.
That's right. So then I put this as my second stepping stone, the same one-time offer that I had. I'm offering it here as more.
Like an upsell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even remember, Rachel. I don't even.
So so you have two different freebies and they both have the same upsell.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Just clarifying.
My
This
God.
one, you just have different copy on this upsell page. So
I do.
Yeah. Which the copy might be good. This is actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this copy.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is stuff that you could easily put on the other page or just clone it.
Yeah. Well, and I made this one in Kajabi and I made the other one in Lead Pages.
Oh.
Don't ask me why. Because I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I did. I'm finding though that so here's my thought on this situation. I said don't ask me why, but I know why, because I really felt like I did this, but people are super excited to I got a lot of interest and people opting in to have the free module, but then they didn't do it. And I don't know if it matters. I'm then they were on my email list. So I was able to email them and have them there. But then
you want them to take action.
Yeah, I want them to actually. So I felt like then it made too many, because then you have to make a Kajabi account and sign in Kajabi and do all of that to actually participate in the free module. And
Which
I
is
felt
fine.
it was, but they weren't doing it. So then I feel like it was too many barriers maybe, or it wasn't easy enough.
You want it to be easy. Yeah, you want it to be easy.
And I struggled with this because I was like, is the perception of getting something that would be oh, I got a really big thing that was because to me it is a big thing. I'm
it is,
I was
I think it's a great freebie. I know James Wedmore, he has his free course series and you have to create an account in Kajabi to access it. So I think that's fine, but I think maybe offer some kind of an incentive for them to finish the module. So here's the link to actually do it. Once you finish the module, you'll get access to a private link where you can schedule a 20-minute coaching call with me.
Okay.
And then make sure you just have because a lot of times if they go through that and they talk to you, they might want to work with you privately. So have rates and everything for private coaching packages. Okay. Have that ready.
I don't know if I want to do private coaching. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You're ready for it. Don't put limitations on yourself. I like private coaching just because one, it gives you cash flow because you can charge higher prices for your private time. Two, the right people will want to dive in deeper to work with you on a private and more intimate level.
Okay.
And so you want to have that option available.
Yeah. Okay. And then, okay, let's go back. So we looked at these. This is my freebie too. And thank you, dear Lord. You clarified that better than I did. Really You're oh, this is your freebie with another upsell. Yes. Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like I have so many things and then I get overwhelmed sometimes. Okay. So, this is I moved some of the pages that I had originally had. So the other thing was when I originally ran that Pinterest ad, I ran it straight from a freebie to my program offer, sales page. And I think that it was obviously too much too soon for, you needed to build up more. And I just didn't understand that in the beginning. So,
we all learn.
Yeah, I think that was that.
Yep.
So then this was what I did in my initial.
So copy, you say ready to learn more about our one-of-a-kind program. Yeah. That's a so what statement.
Okay.
So we need to figure out what's the transformation. Ready to learn more about how you can, and then what's the transformation they're going to have.
Okay. And then I had a video, and this was the same copy though. Really,
change the copy. The
same thing
because they saw that already
on the first one. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then if they said, yeah, I want to like check this out, then they come to my sales page.
Mhm.
And sorry, and I already know that I want to change the things on here, but we will go through this. We can look at
So
it.
I just want to say you have a lot of different like moving parts and things spinning, and you are gonna feel overwhelmed with like I want you just to pick one thing that you're gonna promote and have that be like the one thing.
Okay.
And so if
I
it's gonna
think
be
it's
the
because I was feeling like, oh, they're doing like when I did like the module, I was really excited and I got a bunch of people to actually sign up for it. But then, like I said, I was like, they're not doing it. And I didn't know what to do. So then I like made another one and then I made it, you know what I mean? I was just like,
Mhm.
I'm not sure. And then I just kept going like that.
So something to keep in mind for yourself and for your students, complexity is the enemy of execution.
Okay.
You probably want to write that down. That's not me, that's Tony Robbins. So you always want to think with everything that you're doing, how could I simplify this process for myself and for the people that I'm working with?
Right. So looking at this, I think ideally, I would really just like to maybe stick with my the first ones we were looking at with
Mhm.
like that upsell, and then I will do this sales page,
Mhm.
which I will fix.
Yep. Have you started doing webinars to sell the program?
I'm going to do a launch series and I mean, do like a challenge and then have a webinar at the end of that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And that's where all of my steps come in, that I'm going to do that and then do
Got
my
it.
webinar for that.
Got it.
Yeah. Um, and then this is, I mean, again, I did a lot of, this is a lot. But
For the copy, go back up to the top because I just noticed something. So you said like you're ready to try something new.
mhm.
In my head, I'm thinking you're ready to try something different because what you're doing right now for sure as heck isn't working.
Yeah. Try something different.
Mhm.
And
And not ready, you know you need to.
okay. Just stronger. Like
Exactly.
stronger.
You want to be bold with your copy.
Yeah. Okay. Like if you were talking to your friend and she was freaking out on the ground,
Exactly. Like you're
you'd be like,
talking to your best
you
friend
know.
who's really struggling. Exactly.
Yeah.
What would you say to her?
Okay. I put this in here about Oprah because I currently don't have, we were talked about this. I don't have testimonials. And I was like, how about we have some just like borrowed, whatever you
I
call
wouldn't.
it. No.
I would
Okay.
like I just want you to be super focused over the next couple of weeks, just help people and get some really good testimonials that you could add here.
And then this is going into all the modules, which I'm actually going to change it's like, I'm not going to call it module one. I'm going to call it the framework of steps that I made now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to switch some of this around.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I have this image, which is gigantic, and I don't think that I was able to decrease it. And then some of the bonuses after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is I'm also going to, this isn't actually what I'm going to do. So I know this is here, but what I'm actually going to do is make it like I think I'm going to do, and this is the beta launch. So, I struggled with this, but I think I'm just going to say, if you want to do this program on your own, it's going to be like $347. If you want to do this program, and I'm going to make it an 8 to 12 week program, it's going to be $997.
Okay. I I don't understand the difference between the 14-day and the 28-day. I would just have one.
Yeah, like they're not gonna, both of those are going away.
Okay.
Yeah, both of those are going away. And the prices aren't right either.
Okay. So we're
Okay,
gonna have
basically disregard.
so
Disregard
they're
that.
gonna have DIY and then so I don't want you to do DIY when you're doing your first launch
You
because
don't?
nope.
Oh,
Yeah. The
okay.
next time you launch it, you can, but the first time you want to create it with your people.
Okay.
So you could have it could be a cheaper price point. So you could help people get started with payment plans, and that's fine. But they're helping you create it, and so they'll be able to tell you like, I understood this, I needed help with this, and you'll be able to make changes in the course accordingly. And
Right.
then you'll be able to get some really good testimonials because you'll be working that much closer with those people. Um, Whenever you do a beta, always do just like group is included. And that's part of the scarcity too, of next time I launch it, you're not going to see it with group
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to be at a much higher price point.
Right. Okay. Um, so part of my, for each week, or like not, maybe not each every single week, but I really want to have different people come on that are very good in those certain areas. And
Mm-hmm.
so really good for, like, I have connected with a person that's super amazing at only talking about your mindset with anxiety, and that's all she does. And so I want to bring her in for a day and do, a discussion and things like that, that I kind of like you do with just those different experts. um but what does that look like? Like, do you, when you have those relationships with people, and maybe it's different for everybody, but like, do they look at it, or do we look at it as, you are coming in, you're having exposure to my audience, and they might potentially
Yes.
choose to work with you, or it's not like a payment thing, like,
We never, no, we never pay. And I get asked to do this a lot too, and I never expect payment for any of it. It's always just exposure.
okay.
So it's just a mutually beneficial thing for both of you. You're getting to add value to your audience and they're getting exposure to your audience.
Yeah.
And so I always ask, like, at the end when they're done, like, where can my people learn more about you and connect with you?
Yeah. Okay. I just did this series that was a couple weeks, which was basically kind of like a live podcast. Like, I had people come on, they shared their stories, and then they also told about, a lot of them were people that were in business too. So a lot of them told them, what they were doing and things like that. It's kind of like it was like a mini trial for me to be able to kind of be in that role.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked it. I will do about 8,000 podcasts before I like want to write a blog post, though. I
So
hate blogging.
then don't blog. I want
I
you to
hate it.
start a podcast and have that be like your bread and butter. And
Okay.
then you can take your podcast and do show notes like we do and put that on your blog.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And
That
that way
sounds
you
so
can
much
drive
better.
Pinterest traffic and Google and everything. And you have a home base for all of your content. Yeah, dude, you
Oh
don't
my
have to
God.
blog to
I'm
be a
like,
part of
this
the
is
program.
terrible. I hate this. Like,
No, no,
I
no, 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 no,
literally, well, and I didn't know that I hated it until now. I realized that I genuinely do not like it in any way. And I keep thinking in my head, I want to start a podcast. And then I'm like, how can I start a podcast when I feel like I'm supposed to be like blogging, and I'm supposed to be Pinteresting, and I'm
no,
supposed
no,
to be
no,
like
no,
doing all
no.
this stuff, it's when you're in the beginning and you're like looking at all the options, it's confusing.
Podcast,
Like,
do a
no.
podcast and it's going to take off. If that's like where your heart is leading you, do a podcast.
Okay.
I'm excited. When are you going to launch
Oh, I
it?
like want to cry.
I want to hug you. Screw social
Oh my God.
distancing.
I know. No, I really do. Like, especially when I realized like how excited I got for this past 3 weeks. Like, I mean, I had 3 to 4 people on every single week, and we were doing interviews, and like, I loved it. I just loved it. So, and I got a lot of good
When are you
feedback.
launching your podcast? Let's look at the calendar and
Okay,
figure
girl.
out.
Let me look at that.
Hey.
Let me look at that. Yeah. Um, yeah, because, and to me, I feel like that's how I've learned about so many people, is because I'm a huge podcast fan. Like, I just podcast listen all the time. And it's kind of just this amazing, like low, like we were saying, make it easy. And it's this amazing low barrier to entry. Like they get to know you, they understand what you're about, they get your vibe, and it's so easy that way, you
And
know?
people who are podcast listeners invest in themselves.
This is
They
true.
understand the power of investing in themselves. So that's where you'll be able to find some really great ideal clients.
Okay, I love that.
Yay. When are you launching your
that makes me
podcast?
happy. I don't know. I got to look at it. That's exciting though.
Look at your calendar. It doesn't have to take forever. It could be like a month out and boom.
Well, because you know what? I purposefully separated all the audio from all the recordings that I just did so that I could have them as material if I wanted to start a podcast like soon.
Yeah.
I just, you know, it's like a whole other ball game of trying to learn that. And so like if I you just like use that as your blog, and then I'm trying to wrap my brain around what that okay.
Just look at what we do. That
feels so much better to me. Oh my gosh.
And once you have a team, it's so easy to hand off a lot of the work of the podcast, because the only thing that I do is I show up for the interview.
Yeah. Like that's really what I want. I feel like I can do this all the time. It's no problem to me.
Yep.
Woohoo. And it's easy. And I like that. That's awesome.
Yay.
Okay, cool. Okay. What else did I want to know? I wanted to know that. I asked you that. I feel like that was that. So, you know, when you're in that place and you're still using Pinterest though, you'll still use like all of your traffic driving strategies and OPS, that Traffic Secrets book is so good.
Isn't it? Oh my gosh.
So good. I'm not done it yet. I'm still on the Instagram part, but it just puts it all together in a way that you're like, oh, like it's really good.
He doesn't hold anything back. Russell Brunson is just amazing. So when I finished listening to it and I'm like, Activate needs this. Like our people just, they need to dive in. And I extended it so like people who didn't finish it could use this month too. Because it's just amazing.
It's really, really, really good. I really like that. Okay, cool. Do you have then any, I don't know, tips on podcast stuff, since I should look at that more now and just kind of realize that, accept the fact that my blogging is not my thing, and you know, I don't have to do it that way.
Podcast tips?
Yeah, or like I don't know, like what do you do? Anchor? Or I like was looking at people using Anchor on their phones and stuff. I have no idea, Rachel. I'm just, how do you do it? Or like, what do you use?
Libsyn.
Oh, okay.
Is where you like upload and host it and everything.
Okay.
A good place to start. Pat Flynn has a free podcasting course on YouTube that is money.
Oh, okay.
Money. Go through that and then figure out what questions that you have. And then I could have Lizzie do a training for Activate on what she does for the podcast, of like how she creates the show notes and uploads it and everything. Cause she's the brains behind that.
Okay, cool. I love it. And then, so I purposely didn't even like pull up my current website because, well, this all goes back to the blogging issue. I'm telling you. So first of all, when I first started out all of this, I was really going for more of like a holistic nutrition type of road. And then I realized in talking with everybody that my ideal client, all the moms that I was talking to were really saying like, that's second. If I had to choose an order of things that I need help with, anxiety in my life is number one. And that is where I was like, okay, like you don't get to pick all the time what you like want to do. So I was like, fine. Like I've got that too. Like I can definitely work with that. But then I had already done so much stuff in my blog around food. And so then it's kind of like this mishmash of weird stuff, because there's like food stuff. And then there's like the whole calm stuff, which is like my Instagram handle and my Facebook group, it's all called The Whole Calm. And so now I'm in this weird place because I started out and I named everything and my LLC, and it doesn't matter, but it's all Energy to Thrive Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm kind of like, Energy to Thrive Tribe is great, but it's hard to say. It's not an easy URL. It's hard to share. And so then I went and I bought thewholecalm.com. And then I also bought wholelifekelly.com because I was like, I think this is where, I guess in my mind, this is where I want to start. But like later on, I also want to serve different audiences that are in a similar way, but different audiences. And so I wanted to have a couple different URLs for that, but it's really for like future planning.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my point is, when you go to my website right now, you see a lot of like blog posts on food because that's where I started. And I don't know
fine. You
what
don't
to
have
do.
to don't delete them. Just start fresh of all your new content. It's totally fine.
Okay. Because I was just like, it's weird. It's like, and then I was like, should I have like two separate, like I put like a Whole Calm blog, which is more of like the emotional anxiety approach kind of stuff. And then I will touch on many times about how your nutrition will affect your anxiety.
Heck yeah.
And so
I think it's fine too. I think it's totally fine to include, if what you're doing is helping people get rid of anxiety, include recipes that will help them, because nutrition is critical.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I wholeheartedly like that's what this is all about. And it's all about that. So I felt like there was a potential disconnect by having a blog, like something on Pinterest that was like how to like make sure you're eating for good gut health. And then the freebie is like how to calm down. And then I felt like that was too confusing. You know what I mean? So
I would have the recipes be like anti-anxiety recipes, or actually just go to Pinterest and see what people are searching for when it comes to food and anxiety. And so you'll want to use those like keywords and everything. So it might be like an anti-anxiety spinach smoothie, or, like whatever that might look like.
Right.
But
Okay.
just clear with the search terms so you're attracting the right people.
And so that you also make sense when you're putting your freebie on there, that it makes sense when they come. Because I was like, how am I doing that? Like, I feel like it was too much disconnect.
People are searching for that for sure. Like when I had anxiety, I'm sure I was looking for stuff like that.
Well, and people do, it's like anti-anxiety diet or like whatever. People are searching for stuff like that.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
They are. So yeah. Okay. And like gut health is kind of in the mix with some of that too. It's all underlying and kind of.
It is. I wouldn't do like a specific blog post on like how to improve your gut health. It might be like gut health for anxiety if people are searching for that. So it might be like 3 ways to lower anxiety through nutrition. And one of them might be talking about gut health.
Yes. Okay. All right. That makes sense. I needed to marry it in my brain a little bit better.
Yeah.
So thank you. I was like, it just seems so separate. And I didn't want to, it was like, if I'm getting confused, then I know I'm confusing them,
Right.
So I needed that. So thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And then, yeah. So I think right now I'm going to focus the most in this moment on making sure my stuff is in order to launch, because I want to really get my program going. And I want to be able to start my program by like August. Like I want like their start date to be August. Mm-hmm. So that's my goal. And
so we need to be list building like crazy and getting in front of other people's audiences between now and then.
Yeah. And
make that your big focus, is building your email list before you get into the launch.
Okay. And
speaking of,
yes,
for people listening, what's your freebie? Because if they're listening and they're like, I need help with anxiety, where can they get your guide?
So right now it's at energy2thrivetribe.com/calm. That's my 3 minutes to calm guide. So here's my other question. Mm-hmm. I had a major issue. I also, because I had no idea how important it would be to pick a website that was like easy peasy. And then I like, even saying that now, I feel like it's like a mouthful.
Get the free Pretty Links plugin for WordPress. That's what we use.
I did, but that only lets you,
or you could buy a separate domain, or you could I purchase domains is what I do.
So that's
so like you can get my freebie at rachelandgom.com/cheat-sheet, or you could go to pinwithrachel.com, which is much easier.
Okay. I think,
or you could also do a bit.ly or a tiny URL. So you could do tinyurl.com/create that, like 3 strategies to calm if you want. It's just going to be longer. So it's easier to be like calmwithkelly.com.
Right. I have to, and I think that so I did buy those other 2 URLs and I still haven't used one of them. I was doing wholelifekelly.com, but then they made me host it. You had to do all the stuff to be able to use it. And I thought it was going to be cheaper. So I was like, oh, I'll just do this and I can redirect and be able to put stuff on it. But in order to do a plugin on WordPress or do anything else so that you can actually use it and do any pages on it, you had to really host it for sure. And then it was, it's like a couple $100. And I was like, I need to be able.
No. Like with GoDaddy, we just literally buy a domain and then redirect it. We don't pay for hosting or anything for those.
Yeah. I did Bluehost and then they made me host it. Maybe I shouldn't have done that one.
Shouldn't.
I know.
Yeah, you definitely, no, yeah, I wouldn't. You shouldn't have to pay for it.
Okay. I called them and did all of this stuff. It was driving me insane because I didn't know what to do. I was asking an Activate. Nobody really knew. I think that they were all like, I don't know.
That's not right. No, we buy all of our domains through GoDaddy and it's just like redirect.
Yeah. And that's what I thought, but it didn't. I already paid for part of it because it told me I didn't have another choice.
Really?
So, yeah.
Sorry.
I know. I don't know how. And then even now, I can't put anything, I would love to be able to say wholelifekelly.com/calm because that's super easy. But I would, according to what they're telling me, I would have to pay.
I would ask Maureen in Activate.
Okay.
And or Stephanie Latour, because we actually just hired a WordPress expert to be helping you guys within the program.
Okay.
And so she'd probably know that too.
Okay. Yeah. I need to go back and when my kids go back to school, whenever that is.
Whenever they do. I know, it's just madness. We've already seen this.
I know. No, my kids actually are going to be able to go back for little half days in preschool soon.
Really?
So,
awesome.
Which is good because we're reopening some. So because of that, I know I will have some little bit of time coming. Rachel.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I'm locking the children out so they can't get in.
Stay out there.
Love you.
I love you. I'll see you in a minute. So anyway, yeah, I had a big struggle with that for sure. I just have to, I will maybe reach out to those 2 people and see what they say.
For sure.
Okay.
Any last questions that I can help you with?
No, I think that to me, building my audience is getting my freebie out there, doing podcasts. I have I'm really trying to focus on growing my Facebook group too. So, and drive those people to my email list. So I feel like I've done all of my passive ways to do with my Facebook group. So I feel like any other good ideas for driving traffic, I've read Traffic Secrets, so I feel like that's my plan, to keep working on that. Hello.
We have a baby, so you get 2 kids today.
Yay. That's good. So I don't. Yeah, do
you feel supported?
I do. Thank
together?
You.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much. I think. Oh no, I do have one other question.
Yes.
So, do you think there's any problem then with launching just having no low ticket offer at all for your very first beta launch? Because I feel like before we always kind of talked about having a low ticket and a high ticket offer, and my high ticket offer is working with me in that group. So
you could offer they get like you with the group. I wouldn't do $9.97 the first time you launch it. I would have it at a discounted rate for the beta launch.
Okay.
And then you could do a VIP for $9.97. Are we hungry? A VIP. Got to breastfeed below the camera so people
all
can
good. Do that.
And then I would have a VIP offer where they get private time with you. So it's like you get group and then VIP. And so you have the 2 different price points.
Okay. So I have to think about that some. Okay. Very good.
Cool.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, you are welcome. I'm super
Appreciate
excited.
it.
So people can learn more about you and connect with you where?
If you go to www.wholelifekelly.com.
Awesome. You're
Okay.
amazing, Kelly. Thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you.